What about gold and silver? What are they doing? Well, gold is broken through 3,900 quite easily. We're at 39.33. The high's been 39.45, so we're up about 47 bucks. Silver is up about 60 cents at 48.56.
Gold will just continue going north and get more and more and more overbought, and it has nothing to do with the situation. It does not matter. Here is the entire bull market of the 70s.
Gold has once again shattered expectations, surging past the $3,900 mark with remarkable ease. At $3,933 and climbing, it's clear that the metal's momentum is far from over. Silver, too, is flashing strength, sitting at $48.56, pushing higher as traders sense that something much bigger is unfolding beneath the surface. For many, these price movements might seem like just another rally. But to those who understand the deeper dynamics, this is the unmistakable echo of history repeating itself. Gold isn't simply rising because of short-term speculation. It's rising because global confidence in paper money, in fiat currency itself, is breaking down. Mike Maloney, one of the most respected voices in the precious metals world, has been sounding this alarm for years. He believes we've entered the most dangerous phase of the global monetary experiment. According to him, this isn't just a gold rally, it's a signal. A structural warning that faith in the financial system is eroding faster than ever before. Central banks are trapped, using artificial means to contain inflation, manipulating interest rates, and creating oceans of new money out of thin air. Debt is ballooning, currencies are weakening, and the public, whether they realize it or not, is losing trust. Maloney argues that this collapse of confidence is what's truly driving gold north. Short-term corrections will come, yes, but the long-term direction is set by a single, unshakable force, the death of trust in fiat money. If he's right, then what we're seeing now is only the beginning of a massive global repricing event, one that could redefine what money really means. He draws chilling parallels to history, reminding us that every major fiat currency has eventually failed. From Rome's denarius to Weimar's mark, paper promises have always burned away in the flames of inflation, while gold, timeless, incorruptible, real, has survived them all. The difference this time, Maloney warns, is scale. With trillions in unbacked debt and derivatives towering over the global economy, this collapse could dwarf anything the world has ever seen. Central banks, aware of what's coming, are quietly accumulating gold and selling off U.S. treasuries. This silent migration, away from paper and toward tangible assets, might be the most underreported story of our generation. But as the world edges closer to a monetary reset, a new technology is emerging that could change everything, for better or for worse. It's called tokenization. On the surface, it sounds like innovation, turning real-world assets like gold, real estate, or stocks into digital tokens that can be traded globally in seconds. But not everyone is convinced this is the future we should embrace. Some see it as a Trojan horse. The market sniper recently called tokenization a tool of dispossession, warning that it's not about democratizing ownership, it's about control. Imagine handing your gold to a corporation that gives you a token in return. That token can be lent out, leveraged, and manipulated, while you're left holding a promise instead of the real thing. History tells us where that story ends. Even as institutions like BlackRock and major Wall Street players push tokenization, skeptics argue it's a backdoor to the great taking, a world where we own nothing, not even the assets we think we control. When Robinhood's CEO called tokenization an unstoppable freight train, it raised an unsettling question. Unstoppable for whom? Once again, the very mechanisms built to empower the public might end up consolidating power in the hands of the few. Still, not everyone sees it as a threat. Mario Innecco, another respected analyst, views tokenized gold as the bridge between the old world of tangible wealth and the new era of digital finance. In his view, blockchain-backed gold could allow for transparent, borderless transactions while preserving the integrity of sound money. Imagine a system where nations issue gold-backed tokens to stabilize trade as the dollar loses dominance. A future where gold regains its central role, not through vaults and ships, but through cryptographic proof and digital infrastructure. For Innecco, this isn't the end of gold, it's its rebirth in digital form. But whether you side with Maloney's warning or Innecco's vision, one thing is undeniable. Gold is reasserting its power. Up more than 40% in 2025, its best year since 1979, the metal is reminding investors that it remains the ultimate hedge against chaos. Even now, fund managers are lagging behind the trend with nearly 40% holding no gold at all. History shows how that story ends. In every bull market, from the 1970s to today, mainstream advisors always dismiss gold until it's too late. Then, when prices have already skyrocketed, they rush in, pushing exposure higher, and the cycle repeats. Today, gold sits at a critical juncture. Technically overbought, yes, but fundamentally unstoppable. Because in a true currency crisis, charts and indicators mean nothing. When faith collapses, gold doesn't just rise, it explodes, just as it did in the 1970s when it soared from $103 to $850, matching the Dow point for point. That moment marked the end of one era and the birth of another, and we may be standing at the edge of a similar transformation now. In the next phase, as tokenization expands and fiat systems fracture, we could see gold transition from a mere hedge to the foundation of a new monetary order, one that blends physical reality with digital efficiency. Whether this becomes a tool for freedom or control will depend on how it's built and who holds the keys, but one thing is certain, gold is back at the center of the story. If you love deep market insights like these and want to stay ahead of what's coming next in gold, silver, and the evolving world of finance, make sure to subscribe to the channel and to hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. The next few years could redefine everything we know about money, and you'll want to be watching when it happens.